do you want to be the face of a league when all the people that that cover our game and talk about our game on a day-to-day basis on everybody? That responsibility, it's just weird. It's weird energy from the people that.
What do you make of LeBron confronting you in the aftermath of that situation?
I thought it was weak. I thought it was some bull.
LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith recently had a heated argument that everyone is talking about. The NBA superstar confronted the outspoken analyst right there on the sidelines, and it definitely was not a friendly chat. LeBron was very upset about the comments Stephen made about his son and made it clear he would not let it slide. Of course, Stephen A. being Stephen A. took the drama to social media, calling out LeBron on different platforms. Just when everyone thought things could not get any more interesting, 50 Cent jumped in with his own reaction, and LeBron responded. So, what really happened between LeBron and Stephen A.? Did Stephen A. reveal himself as the real troublemaker? Let us find out.
Greatest shooter God has ever created, put on an absolute show, 56 points. We were supposed to be celebrating that. That's what we were going to lead the show with.
Until LeBron James opened his mouth and said some stuff that, quite frankly, I didn't like. Oh, I can't wait to start today's show with that.
Things really got heated between LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith during the LA Lakers game against the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden. Stephen A. was sitting courtside, just watching the game, when out of nowhere, LeBron walked up to him. It was clear right away that LeBron did not come over to say hello. LeBron was angry about some comments Smith made about his son, Bronny James. During a First Take segment earlier this year, Stephen A. suggested that Bronny only got attention because of his father. Stephen A. tried to explain that he was just being honest and respectful, but LeBron was not happy about it at all. Stephen A. Smith had a lot to say about Bronny James during the opening night of the NBA season. He mentioned how special it was to see a father and son duo, LeBron and Bronny, playing in the NBA together for the first time. It was a beautiful moment, but then Stephen A. shared his thoughts on Bronny's place in the league. He praised Bronny for playing in the G League, where he could improve his skills and work hard to earn his spot. He said that it would be unfair not to cheer for Bronny because he is a great kid, but he also pointed out that Bronny is LeBron James' son, and that brings a lot of attention. Stephen A. then mentioned Bronny's low stats, saying, "Bronny, James is averaging 0.3 points, 0.3 assists, and 0.4 rebounds." He acknowledged that people were talking about it, and of course, LeBron did not like those comments. LeBron decided to confront Stephen A. face-to-face, clearly upset about what was said. That could have been the end of it, but Stephen A. is known for not letting things slide. Within hours, he responded on ESPN. He explained how LeBron had approached him unexpectedly, telling him to be careful about what he says about his son. Stephen A. said that he could not repeat the words LeBron used because they were not appropriate for TV. However, that was not the end of it. Stephen A. then sat down for an interview and talked more about the confrontation, throwing some criticism at LeBron for how he handled the situation. After the confrontation, Stephen A. Smith had a lot to say about how LeBron approached him. He called it weak and felt it was unnecessary drama, but he also understood that in that moment, he was hearing from a father who was protecting his son. Here is what happened. Stephen A. explained that he was sitting courtside next to Ari, Emmanuel, the founder of William Morris Endeavor, and comedian Larry David. During the game, Stephen A. stood up for a moment, then turned around and suddenly, out of nowhere, LeBron was right there standing in front of him. LeBron told him, "You have to stop talking about my son. That is my son. That is my son." Stephen A. was surprised and said, "Let us talk later." But the situation did not end there. Stephen A. later talked about the confrontation on his own show. He had planned not to say anything about it, but after seeing a clip of LeBron talking with Richard Jefferson before the Lakers game against the Boston Celtics, Stephen A. felt he needed to explain himself. He said that he never meant to disrespect Bronny, but instead, he was making comments about LeBron. Stephen A. believed that LeBron misunderstood what he said and took it the wrong way.
That bothered me all weekend long because I was trying to figure out when was I done. And that's why I decided to come back and revisit this today. Because something happened over the weekend that seemed fairly innocuous to you all. But not to me. But not to me.
Stephen A. Smith explained what really made LeBron upset. He said it all started when he mentioned, "I am pleading with you as a father," during his talk on January 29th, both on First Take and The Stephen A. Smith Show. Stephen A. wanted to make it clear that he was not attacking LeBron as a father, but he thought Bronny was not ready for the spotlight yet. He said, "That is your son, bro. You know the game of basketball, but he is not ready yet. Why put him in that position? You had your moment on the court with him, but now that kid has to go earn his place," which I believe he will. He also talked about watching Bronny play in the G League and seeing his potential. Stephen A. admitted that, yes, he was questioning LeBron as a father, but he did it out of concern, not disrespect. He said, "I am pleading with LeBron James to stop this. Stop putting Bronny in the spotlight too soon." This is what made LeBron upset, and that is when the confrontation at the game happened. Then things took an interesting turn. Stephen A. said he would have preferred if LeBron had come to him privately instead of causing a scene at the game. He said, "I understood where he was coming from. He was really upset, but he could have called me. I would have gone to see him. He could have been upset face-to-face, man-to-man, not courtside at the game." But according to Michelle Beadle, the host of the Rune It Back show, LeBron did try to reach out to Stephen A. privately. Allegedly, LeBron made an attempt to contact him, but Stephen A. did not respond. So, while Stephen A. called it all entertainment, it seems there may have been a chance for a private conversation that was missed. Some people think that if LeBron is blaming anyone for the situation, he should look at himself. First, while Stephen A. Smith keeps talking about his side of the story, LeBron has stayed quiet. From the fans' point of view, it seems like LeBron did nothing wrong. Even some of his peers agree. UFC Hall of Famer Michael Bisping shared his thoughts, saying it is understandable for LeBron to feel protective of his son. He said, "If someone is talking about your son, you are going to feel upset and want to defend him. But not everyone agrees with how LeBron handled it. Some people think he should not have confronted Stephen A. in public." Candace Owens gave her opinion, saying that if LeBron is going to put his son on the court, he has to be ready for the criticism that comes with it. She said, "You have to allow sports commentators to do their jobs. No one tells Tom Brady that he is above criticism just because of who he is." She believes that if LeBron wants his son to play at the highest level, he must accept that criticism is part of the game. LeBron, however, does not think anyone should talk about his son. He seems to believe there is an unwritten rule that no one should criticize him. Some people think LeBron is acting like he wants to avoid criticism. They say he seems like a child who wants to take his ball and go home instead of accepting the fact that if Bronny is going to play on the big stage, he has to handle the comments and critiques that come with it. Some people believe LeBron is overreacting, getting upset and trying to protect his son's feelings like a child. They feel that he should not be crying over the criticism. While they respect LeBron, they think Stephen A. said what a lot of people were thinking. Bronny simply was not ready for the NBA. There is no disrespect to Bronny, but it seems like he joined early because of the father-son story. Someone should have told LeBron that it might not be worth putting his son's development at risk. They think it would have been better for Bronny to fully develop, even if that meant not playing alongside his dad. These people think LeBron is acting overly sensitive. They say he wanted his son in the NBA with the big players, but NBA players get criticized all the time, and LeBron needs to accept that. They argue that his son isn't above anyone else just because of who his father is. On the other side, some people believe LeBron did nothing wrong. They think Stephen A. has been reckless with his words for a long time. LeBron is showing that he doesn't care about the criticism anymore, and is calling out people like Stephen A., who have made their careers criticizing him and his family. LeBron's supporters point out that Stephen A. has been hard on Bronny for months, but doesn't criticize other top draft picks who have not lived up to expectations. They remind people that the #1 pick from previous years is barely even remembered, but no one talks about that because it doesn't get the attention. These critics feel Stephen A. has a history of annoying people, just like when he went after Kyrie Irving.
Would never give him a long-term contract again. He cannot be trusted.
I'm gonna be calm when I say this, King. We are witnessing one of the most delusional athletes in American history. He's lost.
Do you think Kyrie Irving is worth all the drama? No, he really is not. Honestly, I believe Kyrie should retire. He should just announce it today. By the way, Stephen A. later admitted that the only reason he went after Kyrie like that was because of his own personal issues. People are getting tired of Stephen A.'s actions, especially LeBron. A few days ago, after the Lakers' big win over the Timberwolves in LA, where LeBron scored 33 points, grabbed 17 rebounds, and made 6 assists, LeBron made sure to call out Stephen A. He also talked about the whole face of the league discussion, where people were saying Anthony Edwards might be the one to take the torch.
And already said he don't want it.
I know.
Yeah, and say he ain't trying to deal with that. And I mean, Channing Frye said it the other day too. Like, I mean, it's unfortunate, but like, I don't know. Why do you want to be the face of a league when all the people that that cover our game and talk about our game on a day-to-day basis on everybody? That responsibility, it's just weird. It's weird.
It looks like LeBron and Stephen A. Smith will not be sharing the same space anytime soon. It is not just LeBron who is upset, though. Stephen A. also shared that some NBA players have distanced themselves from him because of his actions. He even mentioned that Draymond Green in particular stopped talking to him, and Draymond does not want to speak to him because of what happened. LeBron's agent Rich Paul has some updates for the fans. According to him, LeBron and his team have moved past the confrontation. He said, "I did not think it was that big of a deal, but as adults, you try to handle things the best way possible. I am happy they were able to move on. However, it is hard when you have so many media platforms, and these guys are constantly criticizing things. Sometimes it can feel like it is more than just criticism. So there is a balance you have to find. I just try to focus on the business and keep the personal stuff out of it. But sometimes things happen. We have moved on. It was a small issue, and we have moved on." Rich Paul may be downplaying the situation to keep the peace, but fans hope that is not true. Many people want to see Stephen A. Smith face consequences for his actions. However, Stephen has been drawing so much attention to the situation that maybe it is better not to give him more reasons to keep it going. As for 50 Cent, he has not commented on the situation yet, but many people believe he will support LeBron. 50 Cent can be unpredictable, but he has defended LeBron in the past. When Julius Erving left LeBron off his list of all-time top NBA players, 50 Cent spoke out, saying Erving's comments sounded like old hater talk. He pointed out that it takes a lot of work and talent to be LeBron James, and if it wasn't true, we would have several LeBron James players, but there is only one. So, what do you think? Did LeBron act like a father trying to protect his son? Or did Stephen A. go too far with his comments? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and do not forget to check out the next video.